Hello everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome back to Keypark Zoo. Hope you're all having a lovely week. Sorry for the sudden Tuesday stream. I didn't really announce it on YouTube. I did on my Discord. As always, if you want the updates on the situations regarding streaming and stuff, make sure to follow my Discord. I have a very chaotic life and I've just made it a little bit more chaotic. So there might be some sudden change in schedule from now on more frequently until things settle down a bit. But it's all for fun stuffs, which I don't know if we're going to get into. Maybe that's best left private. But we are streaming on Tuesday this week because tomorrow I have plans. I finished my park, now Keypark has to be. Ooh, is that a challenge? I'll have to. I have no more choice. Life's been good lately? That's always good. Always a nice surprise. Yes, surprising Tuesday stream. Next week, actually, now that I have your attention anyway, next week is also going to be a Tuesday stream because next Wednesday is my birthday, which is weird to say because I have not been like at all focused on that. I've been too busy to realize that it's my birthday in a week. So next Wednesday my parents are visiting. So I'm going to probably move the stream to Tuesday again. I'm almost ready to finish my sushi. Really need to finish Keypark. Oh god, everyone's gonna outdo me. Alright, let's get started today. So in the last stream, we worked on the entrance area a little bit and on the Europe area a little bit. I actually finished all that afterwards. So the Europe area is good to go. Next week I'm going to be recording a video. And I hope to get that out soon. Speaking of videos, by the way, this Friday may or may not be a video coming out. I don't know. It depends. I don't have plans this weekend. And this Thursday is a day off because of Ascension Day. So I might be able to get something done on Thursday. It depends. I'm going to try, but I'm not forcing myself. I think that was a thing I promised that I would do to myself, to not force myself to make weekly videos. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I finished Beeksberg, so I got five zoos in, one to go. What do you mean 5 zoos in? Is Beeksberg worth 5 zoos? Yes, we get Ascension Day off. Hey Lisa, hey Greyhammer, by the way. I'm doing really good. I saw your question. I have to work extra. You're a pastor. That kind of, I guess, is part of the job. Should I go for another zoo and finish that one before Keypark? I mean, depending on how big the zoo is, you probably could. Anyway, we're in the Nepal area because the Europe area is pretty much finished up. So we are going to be working something that I have already been working on a little bit. I think a few streams ago I did show off this aviary over here that I started building to have something in front of the Pangolin building. And today we're going to look into the Pangolin building itself, which I have aptly named the Pangolin, which has nothing to do with the habitat. It was just a stupid joke that I came up with, but I'm probably going to keep it. We need to make a logo for it. I think I can probably use the logo of the Pangolin rescue that I went to in Uganda and kind of transform it into something for this. But that's not what we're going to be doing today. Today we're going to look at what I built in here, which is something, and then we're going to delete it, which is also very normal for this channel. So I've got this building. When we come inside, we go through some tarps, which realistically would be like hanging down to the ground, but just to show people walking through the zoo that this is something you can go inside of. So the tarps will block out all the sunlight, and you make a little turn to also, make sure that the sun isn't like shining directly into the room. And then in here, you will be greeted by the Pangolin enclosure and a flashbang apparently. And what I like about what I've built so far is basically the layout most of all. So I really like that we're coming in here. We see the first enclosure right away. Then over here we've got this really awesome, they're actually using it as well, got this really awesome viewing point of their little burrows. which are separated. So the top one is for the back enclosure, and this one is for this enclosure. The enclosures can also be opened up in the middle, as you can see. And then on the other side over here, we have room for another enclosure. And I was considering like, oh, maybe we can make that for another animal, like maybe a little Indian civet or some other nocturnal animal. I don't know really what nocturnal animals would be like representing Nepal necessarily. But I figured it probably is best if we just keep this as a enclosure for the juvenile pangolins if they get offspring, which in the lore we're gonna say they did have offspring, so I need to breed the pangolins and get a baby in here. But that's very much a future thing. For now, we just need to have one enclosure. But that's the things I like about the enclosure. I like the layout, but the things I don't like about it is, number one, we are entering this building and it's basically just a facade to immediately be like immersed into nature. And I think that's something we could improve by at least having this first room be like a building and you're watching the animals from inside said building. I think that will make more sense and be a bit more fun. And then second of all, I don't like the fact that I'm using the natural rocks. It looks off. It doesn't look zoo enough, I guess. And it also kind of contrasts a lot with these rock walls that we have back here. I think it would make a lot more sense to use these rock walls inside of here as well, to have some cohesion between these. Hold on, I was about to tour my Finnish South America section and then I saw this. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. So yeah, that's kind of the things that I'm struggling with a little bit. I do like the climate frame as well. That's a nice addition. That's based on the Zoo of Prague. But there's a couple of things I'm struggling with in here as well, which is that for some reason, if I build stuff over here, the animals get teleported outside the enclosure. Like the habitat gate's over here, right? If I put something over here, which I can probably show, actually, like say I were to put this plant over here, I'm pretty sure that will trigger it already. Okay, apparently that didn't. Okay, maybe it's not doing it anymore. But before, when I was building around the entrance to this burrow, the traversable area would disappear, and it would appear over here, and then the pangolins would be teleported onto the path, and it was really weird. But anywho, is this a new project, the pangolins? I have been planning the pangolins in here for a while. Of course, this was previously a Asian water monitor habitat, but that was before I decided that I wanted this to be a Nepal area instead of a generic like Asia area. I like how the pangolins are just kind of disappearing or like teleporting around. So now that I've chosen that or decided that I want this to be a Nepal area, the Asian water monitor, I think they technically might. I actually don't know. I don't really think they're in Nepal. And then you could choose to do something like a Bengal monitor or something like that. That could also be fun. But especially, like, I'm not just building a Nepal area. That's like, you know what? Okay, wait, I'm gonna finish my sentence and then I'm gonna start my next sentence. I'm not just building a Nepal area. I really want to focus on the habitat of the red pandas. And when I was in Elam, in the red panda habitat, what really stood out to me was that there were posters about protecting pangolins. That's something that the Red Panda Network is actively involving themselves with as well. And yeah, that's just a really cool thing to talk about in this enclosure, I think. So that's why I want to be doing that. Okay, wait, we have a lot to uncover here. I've got pangolins in my park too. Nice, yeah, they're very, very cool. And I think they're quite a Keypark species. Like the small animal that is actually really, really rare and special. and not entirely realistic. And that kind of sums up a lot of the animals in Keypark, I feel. Let's get rid of the roof as well, because for now that is kind of a nuisance to have to deal with. This thing is also, like, the shape of this doesn't have to be the way it is. I feel like we could do this without really any problem. Not sure what that would do to this part. Probably fine. Like, I want to have a decent amount of space here, because this is going to be the first, like, everyone's going to enter here and watch the pangolins. Especially if they're sleeping over here, they're going to be standing in there as well. I'm going to try not to touch the paths today, because they were a pain. If it will ever be finished, excuse me, we are definitely finishing. No. Oh well, no. Okay, I said that in a way as if I'm not going to, but if I don't end up finishing Keypark, I will still put it on the workshop. That is my promise. You have a modding tutorial. Leaf Productions has a good modding tutorial. It's not really a point in me making one, because he's covered it all. And he is the expert, not me. I just followed his tutorial. Okay. So. The new pathing system, yeah. I mean, I don't know enough about it to look forward to it necessarily. But I've heard good things. I'm gonna probably be one of the people that's like, I don't know what, how does it work? I can't do the things I'm used to doing anymore. Like, I'm one of the few people that can actually somewhat work with the pathing system, and that's a fact I'm very proud of. Oh yeah, the lighting. The lighting is gonna be so good. Oh. Adjusting the edges manually and being able to advance, move, and tool, place. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be insane. I agree with you there. I want to take... Actually, let's group these up. I want to take this color and apply it to this one. There we go. And then we're going to make it darker, because we are indoors. Can make it even darker, probably. Temple brick panel. What if we make this one even darker, because this one's like actually inside? It's just a fun little trick I like to do. And then this one can be... Let's make that the less dark. Are you barking at me because I'm happy? Wait. What? There's no barking. I'm not barking. And the game's paused, so I don't know what you're on about. I am from the DC universe. I understood that reference. Even gaslighting me without even knowing it. mean, honestly, if we make the metal beams any thinner than the string pieces, I don't know what's... if we're gonna still be able to see them. Scaling is just gonna make me break the game even more. And I look forward to it. Alright. So, we're gonna have some kind of poster over here. I don't know what yet. Something introducing you to the fact that this is a night house. Because this will be... No, this will be the second night house in the main walking route, actually. The first one will be at the platypus. It's the mandrills! Ah. Mystery solved. What if we... I mean, I'm probably going to put in a custom floor, right? I don't have to do that using the path. We can take some kind of timber wood floor, maybe. Always quite like this one. It's got a nice texture. Not sure if it really fits. But it's nice and dark, that's what I like. What if you make an LED pangolin signs like this classic? Ooh! Ooh, that's kind of cool. Get the Pangolin. Make it true to its name. Okay, now the only thing I'm wondering is what do I do about this little kind of curved window that I made? Because it doesn't really seem to make sense or add anything, but I'm not sure about not having it. Also, please don't attach to that thing. I don't want you to. Let's just put it past it. I think that makes more sense layout-wise. Let's just put it straight all the way. Turns out the 1 meter path. No, the 1 meter path is definitely not. This is also not gonna work great. I think this is 3 meter. They're probably gonna be pushing each other into the glass and stuff. What can you do? Oh, what the hell? Let's just make it one big straight window. Makes more sense for the theme. Can put some kind of bench back here, I guess. Yeah, so it goes. He just put guests on there for screenshots. That is the way. Oh. Go. Oh, there's going to be a Mandalorian movie? So this is really funny. So last week we didn't stream because I was in Ireland. Or I was on my way back home from Ireland, technically. But I was in Ireland on May the 4th. And I was actually at a filming location of Star Wars. But I'm not really like a massive Star Wars fan. Like I've seen the movies a long time ago as a kid. But I thought this was just really funny that I was at Star Wars Island on Star Wars Day while not really being a Star Wars fan. Very ironic. Like the whole town was also like celebrating May 4th because apparently being in that movie is the town's only accomplishment. Even though they're like the one place, like one of the best places of seeing wild puffins. And their whole personality is no, Star Wars. At least that's how it came across now because of May the 4th. I think probably any other time of year that would not be how they are representing themselves. But they literally like put up a sign. Wait, let me get a photo of this sign. Let me show you this beautiful sign. So the town is called Portmagee, which is an amazing name for a town, by the way. I love it. Oh, I've gone too far. And the island, the scene that was filmed on the island is the scene with all the porgs. So of course they had to rename it Porkmagee for Star Wars Day. It's beautiful. So that was a thing that I ran into. Absolutely amazing. Oh, somebody is etching me. How do you change the color of items by dragging the arrow like you did with a brick wall? Because I have to click. Why is somebody asking me a question about what I'm doing on stream in my Discord chat? That's funny. So what I'm doing with the arrow, so changing the bricks. So what you can do, there's a couple of ways to do this. Welcome to tutorial mode. So let me take the temple brick wall. So of course the default color is orange. Oh wait, now it's not doing it. Wait, let me reset. Open the group. Okay, so the default color is the orange. What you can do if you have, if you've just placed one, it's going to take the color from that, right? So what you can do is like just click X and immediately place it again. So now I've not moved it at all. I've just placed this thing down. And now if I grab one, it's going to be that color. Same thing for the darker color. Just click X and click again, and you've essentially copied the color. Now you can take that a step further. If you're already like you can, oh yeah, right, that's where I was going with this. If I wanted to change the color of an existing wall, is it Wednesday? No, I'm sorry. I have stuff tomorrow. If I wanted to change this darker wall to the lighter one, for instance, I just basically click and place the lighter wall. Then I click on the darker wall, and I'm just going to move it over here for clarity. Then I can go down here and just click on either of the colors, and it's going to change both of them to be the one of the lighter wall. So it essentially does the same thing, but for an existing wall. So if I hadn't moved it, then, well, okay, so that's the one downside. It does apply that change no matter whether you place it down or not. Like, there's no way actually to undo what I just did. The game is just a little confused at that point. So it's kind of a bug. Don't tell Frontier, because it's actually really, really useful if you just quickly want to change the color of something. Because you can do it for like a whole group of items as well, right? So it's really useful. It just needs to work with the undo, I guess. That's the only bug. Now there's another thing that's useful about this that I was going to say. So you've got the placing, you've got the changing colors. I don't think they're gonna update the game. Well, maybe the sequel has the same bug. I don't know. What was the other thing with this? I think I covered it all. If I think of it, then I'll say it. But that's the thing basically. I've got to go to a meeting. Hopefully I'll be back before you're done. Good luck. It's Wednesday. My mom made me cookies. Is that another Wednesday thing? Did you get a chance to kiss the spire? I did not kiss the spire. I did admire the spire. Very much so. It is the most beautiful landmark ever concocted out of metal. I tried to join your Discord server, but the link on Linktree is invalid. Oh, just go in the description of my videos. I'll have to check the Linktree. That's weird that that's not working. But I haven't looked at my Linktree in forever, so I wouldn't be surprised if something's outdated there. Alright, that's good enough. Now I want to add some like interior details. Thank you, Eban. We could probably take, let's see, what if we take temple, brick window, good, put that over hereabouts. See how far down we can take that without destroying the platypus habitat. All good. And let's actually do the same thing over on this side. So we'll have this here. And we can actually make it like this if we wanted to. Do I want to? It's kind of gonna block a lot of the views, I feel like. I don't want to do that. How stupid it is at first look in the screen description, but never get to your Twitter to look at your links. Yeah, my Twitter is also dead, so definitely don't use that. Alright, that's a thing to not worry about. We're gonna extend the floor. There we go. Then can I make this like, let me get a person. Thank you. I love those planks. Yeah, they're good, right? All right, and that's a little short. Let's have something like this, and I guess we'll flip it because it's ugly. Oh, that's still okay. I guess we'll flip it like this. How was Ireland? Is this Keypark Zoo? Yes. Ireland was awesome. I had a great time. It was really nice, mainly just seeing my friends again, because it had been a good while since they've moved there. And yeah, we went to the Dublin Zoo. I saw one asking before what I thought of the Dublin Zoo. I loved it. It was really, really nice. I completely forgotten that they had eye, so I was really excited to see the eye there. That was really, really cool. Ireland travel vlogs incoming. I'll probably... how tall is a Planet Zoo guest? I don't know. Let's get a ruler. Planet Zoo guest is, on average, assuming this person here is average, 1.80, I'm gonna say 87 or 88. That's a lot. Wait, no, 73. No, wait, 83. I can read. No, it's not 2 meters. Did you drink Guinness? I don't drink, period, so no. Eben, you're not the last person who can complain about that, okay, Mr. Camp? Eben, what time is it? Eben, ooh, what time is it, Eben? Ooh. Oh, you don't have to apologize. You started it, bitch. No, but the zoo was awesome. I had a great time there. I'll probably end up making a tour video of the zoo, and I'll probably do a like mini Goron Goes Wild episode about seeing the puffins. But it's humorous knowing you made that using the skill that I made. Yes, I did see puffins. I can pull up a photo. I can pull up my best puffin photo. But yeah, I'll probably do a small Goron Goes Wild episode of the puffins, but I'll do that after Uganda, of course, because I don't want to upload a random puffin video in the middle of Goron Goes Wild Uganda. Where's my good puffin photo? Here it is. Look at this. Oh, he was flying away. It's a little unsharp. It's also, but like if you zoom out a bit, then it looks perfectly fine. I'm very happy with this one. Oh, it's so good. And I also have, let's see, I also have these, which are slightly better. They're not tack sharp. It was really, really freaking difficult to take videos. Like, I don't know, does this video show it? Let's see. Like, it's so difficult. My camera has good stabilization apparently, but the water, man, the waves on the Atlantic, it's wild. So it was really, really hard to keep the camera steady to take these photos. Oh crap, I just closed something important. Oh wait, nice. You can easily reopen that. I just closed it again. Stop doing that, me. Okay, I can read the chat again. Any moment now. There we go. Blah 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 blah. Puffin party. Yes, it would be so funny. I interrupted my journey through Uganda quickly to visit Ireland. I got to go bye bye. All right, see you around. Until next time. Okay. So one thing that is now starting to bother me a little bit with this new layout. It's not gonna make a lot of sense to have the burrows in this corner over here, but you know what? It doesn't have to make sense, right? That's just how things be sometimes. So I also need to figure out where I want to then put a door. Is this a thing I can... Oh, I can. Okay, that's nice. Okay, that's a problem for in a moment. Because my idea is... Zoos almost never make sense. Yeah, but I'm a perfectionist. I need to put that aside sometimes. Nothing wrong with the pathing system. No. This all worked out great. Like, I'm just happy that I was able to remove the path and place something back and connect it. I had to use the elevated path to connect it back up, because otherwise I would have to like put back all of this terrain under here. which is not a thing that I can do. So yeah, this is just how it's gonna have to be. But, so we're gonna have a door over here. So this will be the exit of the inn already. I guess I'm going to make a door here. I was originally thinking to put like a small bookshelf, which would be more fun, or like a drinks shelf, I guess, would make sense. We're using the 2 European zoos that have Chinese pangolin as inspiration. Yeah, a little bit. So I got the layout is loosely based on Leipzig, with the like 2 enclosures with a connection point in the middle. Then the looking into the burrows is inspired by Prague, and so are the climbing frames. But we're doing our own little thing a little bit with the theming around it and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm gonna... Where are those drinks? Oh, wait. They're actually cold drink. Alright. Were these recolorable? No, right? No. That sucks. A pity. That do be a pity. Because they're a bit bright. So I might do custom ones later. But for now, this is a good placeholder. It's just theming anyway. So we're gonna have that there. Gonna have a door back here, I guess. We can make that a little bit hidden because, like, in a little bit of make-believe, but back here, tucked away, should be the backstage of the aviary. Mysterious green fluid, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dooby Dooby Doo. Hello, Mushmallow. Welcome. And then out here, I want to make a little roof with the same materials as this. And that's gonna be like you exiting the establishment. Like so. And then we can have like a African beam, thick 2 meters, no more, 4 meters. What was the results of the poll? Many things. I mean, I haven't gone through it entirely yet. Still go through all the results, but there's a lot of information to be gleaned from it about what people like. It's a big spread, most of all, which is good for me because then I can just kind of do my own thing, and no matter what I do, there will be people happy and disappointed anyway, which is always what's gonna happen, I guess. But there's some nice animals that came out that will be fun to do videos on. Which is the most interesting bit, I guess. So this is the only thing that's a little bit annoying. I did not see that video yet, no. I was busy cleaning my house for tomorrow. I still need to mop the floors. I was gonna do that before the stream, but then I got distracted by a YouTube video. But I still have like tomorrow, like daytime before I start working. I can still do some cleaning. I feel like only my Discord people know this, but originally I didn't know if I was gonna be able to stream period today, because I had to clean my house for like I have someone coming over tomorrow. This is pretty cool. I like this. Alright. And then, yeah, we got one more window over here, which will then lead into the burrows over here, which we can make more detailed in a moment. But first, we're going to take Eben's amazing walls and see if we can use them without ruining the platypus habitat. That's going to be the main challenge today. Because I want to do basically this. In this instance, I suppose the plants are implied to be fake. We're just gonna have to cover that up with... Wait. Okay, yeah, you can go. Oh, hey. Is it just me, or do I have... I have some leeway. Because that one's not even sticking into the platypus habitat yet. Okay, this one is. This one definitely is. But not a lot. I think we can do this and get rid of a lot of stuff. There's a platypus controlling me. Yeah, he's underneath the pangolin. Yeah, no, I'm surprised too, but I think it's gonna get more difficult as we get to this part. Because this part is definitely like the... I actually didn't notice this, but the outside wall is already sticking in. So that'll be, I guess, something to also worry about now. But that's already pretty good. Like, that one we can easily hide. I can also choose to change the back wall of the platypus habitat anyway. Anyway, we don't need a freaking tree in here. Or these top bushes that are a little bit too tall. I do want that bush though. Okay. Very nice implied fake bush. We could make this, because this is a completely flexi color, so we could also make these darker. I don't think that'll be necessary, but it's an option we have. And the main thing that I want to figure out is if I can make the burrow things using these pieces. But that'll be an issue for in a moment. Ooh, that's a good piece for that corner. It's kind of got that corner vibe, you know? Let's try to give them as much room as possible, because we do want this to remain functional. Oh, these pieces are so good, man. You'd be ashamed not to use them. Welcome back. You didn't really miss all, you didn't really miss all that much. Yeah, Eben's a goat for sharing this with the world. See. Okay, so they're sticking out a bit. Hello, game. I'm pressing buttons. Game not cooperating. Even the delete key isn't working. Oh, yeah, now I've made it such that they're sticking out into this enclosure. That's fine. Probably. I don't know if I've checked out Eben's workshop. You should. There's some really good stuff on there. And I'm very biased. But it's true. Also, great source for things, leader. Okay, I think we can ignore a lot of this. What does this belong to? I feel like this is not visible anywhere, so let's get rid of it. And okay, this stuff is a little bit in the way, but also not the end of the world. Like I'm sure I can think of something to. Okay, no, that is a good. Oh, that's such a good piece. Okay, wait. If I just merge it with these others, I can make that like a tree trunk. You can also do stuff like this, of course. Just pull this wall in a bit. And then we can get like a tree. You can turn this into a tree. These are a different issue altogether. Yeah, that's something I'll have to worry about when we work on the platypus habitat. I'm not gonna get into that right this second. Though we can think a little bit about the future here. Especially with the ceiling. I've been on to use your netting blueprint. Yeah. Alright. So we have the back wall. I already like this a lot more than what I had before. We got that temperate vibe in here. Alright. Just, yeah, we got this corner over here left. Just put something in there as well. As long as it's not obstructing Australia. Only a little. There, I should probably take out, like, these pieces. Not those, but the ones in front of it. And then just turn these black. Amazing. That is actually really amazing. So now I want to try to mimic Ibn's magic, I guess, and recreate those burrows that I had with these pieces. Which is going to be a different kind of challenge. And we need to have the dividing wall as well. So let's take the stalactites. You're making me want to play Planet Zoo? Well, oh, I guess you're at work because you were in a meeting before. I was like, why don't you? But if you should be working, then you should be working right now. Do your job. Make good choices. Oof. That does not sound like fun. Isn't it hard to focus on stuff like that when you're watching me? I don't know, I suck at writing when there's people talking. Horrendous. Like, I really have a bunch of YouTube videos I want to get through, but right now, like, the main thing I want to be doing is editing Goran Goes Wild Uganda in my free time. And those two things don't mix, quite frankly. Any news on Gaia's expansion? Not that I know of. It's been a while since I heard about that. Wait, now that I've done this, I should probably change this as well. Let's see. Should that then go like this or something else? What makes sense here? I feel like... Okay, wait, I'm gonna get rid of a lot here. I feel like what makes sense is to extend this. Let's get limestone. Still have it. Nice. Let's get this out here, but not all the way. Like up to there, I guess. And then just connect it across. That makes most sense to me. I'll clean up the edges later, but let's see if I like this, so it's got a nice support over here. That makes sense. Then this can kind of be whatever we want, and we can move this support over here to give it some structure there. I guess it should be maybe there, so that we can line up one of the walls with it. This is not a very... This is very nonsensical. This is also... wait, what's this? Oh, right, I put it there. Maybe instead of that, it can be this. That works for me. It's not a very logical shape, but I want to keep it away from these points because, yeah. We're just gonna make it roof. Roof, roof. Now I am barking it even. Alright, let's get our... Alright, do we think that we will use the big boy? I don't think so. It's too big. It's too much, man. You know what's kind of interesting that I just noticed? They call it a stalactite, but the default rotation is a stalagmite. What's up with that frontier? Literally unplayable. Fix your game. Other than that, I'm not nitpicky at all. Don't know where people get that idea from. Okay. Imagine adding a climbing animal today and not giving them the ability to climb. Basic game was... One of the first things I said in the admin channel on Bronation after I became a mod was a critique on, on someone's build. Because they had like a tree sticking through something. Other than that, I'm not nitpicky at all. So you can remember it very easily. In Dutch it's even better because then the word is actually in there. But a stalactite has the word tit in it, and tits hang. So the stalactites are the hanging ones, and stalagmites are the not hanging ones. The more you know. Okay, how far down can this go? Okay, that's not enough. So we do in fact need to do something like this. But then it's sticking out that side, so it's also not an option. Something like this would be great, if not for these. Actually, this one's also a problem. Your builds are great. Stalactites hang tight. Well, and stalactites might. Ah, that works too. That's a little bit less crude. Hello, Pepine. Welcome, welcome. We can probably hide that. So, starting next week, it is that time of year again, where my colleagues from India will be visiting. Which means we're gonna have a lot of tired Goron streams, I'm afraid. Like, I'm not gonna have... Like, basically, we're gonna have to go to the office every day, whereas normally it's only twice a week. So, yeah, that's gonna be tough. I know it's like, for a lot of people, it's the norm. But when you're not used to it, it's a challenge, okay? Bear with me. I went to a zoo that compared to last year, in which it looked semi-good state. This year, they seemed like they poured all the budget into a new lion enclosure. And like, did the rest go downhill? Like, what? Doesn't sound like just building a lion enclosure would be a bad thing. But if it went at the cost of something else, I can see that. I work 6 to 3. Oh, that also does not seem like fun. Writing reports? Why do they need you up at 6 AM to do that? Or is that only part of your responsibilities? Oh, that one has such a good shape. I'm just gonna use it again. Actually, I need to have that one way lower. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, well, as of next month, I'm going to be taking Fridays off, so it will compensate a little bit in terms of energy and also just having time for my hobbies, which is nice. I don't need time with family. I don't have one. Well, okay, I have my parents and stuff, of course, but I don't have my own family. If you catch my drift. I need to be adding these like little rocks and stuff as well. Shouldn't forget about those details. I mean, gotta rip off even all the way. I'm happy my employer isn't still not too strict on that. Like my team goes to office 2 days a week, but we could do less if we wanted to. It's just that we like the connection. But it's not enforced. And quite frequently we just say, this week is bad for me, I'm not coming. It's great to have that freedom. Okay, let me take this, put it up here. And then also take, can't really take those. Although maybe I can do like a horizontal one. Because we're going to want to build something up there anyway. Usually if I'm not feeling great and my wife is sick, I can take care of the baby. Yeah, that's really great. We have a lot of people doing that as well. One of my teammates had a newborn last year. So now the only thing that I did do, I just realized, is we don't have the upper window anymore, which I guess is fine. I do want to create it over here. Let's recreate the thing that I had by, I guess, taking, let's just use plaster now to get a little bit more of the zoo vibes. So we can go, wait, how high is it at the moment? Oh, I can't move you a second time. Okay, I'll just kidnap this guy. I guess it could be lower. Oh. Excuse me. Wait, actually I want to take like almost everything. Except for this, this, and this. Oh. That seems about right. There we go. And this can be up here. Then we can take the plaster. Are you going to add any strangler fig roots to the walls? I could do that. Found out from my reason to visit one zoo's otters have a series of tunnels they can use to move between 3 parts of the enclosure. Cool. I love it when there's little hidden stuff like that. Just adds a lot of complexity to the enclosures, I guess, which is really nice. Okay, so this, if you want to have it go all the way, will take like a lot. I think it'll... These things are just slightly too big, which is annoying. Let's see. Because that one's very big, that one's very big. They're all so big. And there's a good chance that the traversable area is going to break tremendously because of all this. But that's a problem for in a little moment. There's slides. And imagine having hidden slides taking you throughout different rooms in your house. That's living the dream. I didn't know that I'd be jealous of an otter today. I mean, when wouldn't you be jealous of otters? They're amazing. Okay, that's something I can work with. Yeah, these pieces are great. Okay, this is for tree 2. Let's get this one in over here. Perfect. And then we just need something to close it off up here. I guess this one can stick out a bit because I will probably continue something over here. And people can still look under it, so that's all good. Alright, so now we can just easily add something like this for the bottom one. Now we at least have the 2 windows on top of each other. We can't have it over here, but that's fine. I don't want too many people to stand in this corner. Base game animals always have the best hitboxes. Planet Zoo Plus. Planet Zoo Plus solves that, especially the Komodos. My Komodos are doing great. I actually really enjoyed building their enclosure. It really is. Phenomenal mod. Alright. That would also be really cool. I'm not sure if they would do... That would actually be a really fun feature as well. Like, oh, you built it for adult animals and they couldn't escape, but now the babies, they can climb. So you have to take extra precautions. That would be fun. I don't think the Asian water monitor can climb either, right? Even though they would be able to in real life. Hey, he's back. Let's see if this is gonna be functional. Okay, let's take the plaster, move it to a separate group. And take it down here. Oops. The clear. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Would be cool though if they could improve on that. Because it would be so cool to have like a water monitor sitting up in a tree or something along those lines. Okay. Actually, this could be the connection point for the habitats as well. Right, is this... Yeah, that's roughly what I want, I guess. Oh. Wait, now we are definitely creeping into the enclosure of the platypus. Don't want to be doing that. Just want a simple wall. I want to see a Bornean earless monitor. That's a very specific one. Can't say that I've seen it. I don't know if I have. That doesn't sound exactly familiar to me, that's for sure. Yeah. I don't even know. I did that as a form of payback as well. Like, I don't know, even annoyed me with something, I don't remember what. And then I just started going, hey, look, even, I've seen that animal in the wild. Hey, you see that elephant over there? I've seen that in the wild. Pretty rare as it, but more common in the pet trade. Huh. Yeah, you probably deserved it. I like how we're on the same page. Okay. Now I just need to kind of close this off a bit more. See if we can do it like this. Or maybe like this, and then flip it. Maybe take a different one, like this one. Oh, no, just the color. Stick the color. Take the thing and put it in here. You can probably like hide that inside the roof. The biggest species that still floors me is the American black bear. It doesn't help that people keep ranting about getting close. Yeah. We don't want clones, but we do want all of the bears. Alright, I think we can probably hide that in the roof somehow. Depending on what kind of roof we end up making. And now we've got a nice squared off thing. And now let's brace ourselves for the traversable area. Because it ain't gonna be pretty. Honestly, I expected a lot worse. Probably if I get rid of this. Okay. That is really quite good. Let me get rid of this for a second and see what that does. I want to see if we can shift this into a straight line. Yeah, okay, so that stalactite does do a lot. I know that the stalactites have a big hitbox. It looks so good though. Let's see if we can work out something without needing to remove that. So what if we have stalactites on either side over here? That's probably not gonna make it very happy. But let's see anyway. Because it feels like that should be fine. Oh, that's more than fine. Okay. Okay, interesting. So we can maybe even do something like this. And then something like, not you, but this one. Like this, over here. Like putting that all the way back there. The bro just jumped down from above. He's just... Okay, wait. So this... Did this piece cause that? I was kidnapping people to use them as measuring sticks, as one does in this game. Okay, that's not the issue. So you must be the issue. Okay, why are you now suddenly an issue? I feel like I didn't move you that much from where you weren't an issue before. Okay, this is good. So it's a bit wide. I like how he kept sleeping, even though I completely overhauled his little house. Just imagine coming in here and like, so you come in, you're like, where's the pangolin? Where's the pangolin? I don't see it. I don't see it. And you turn, and you're like, oh my god, it's sleeping right here. That'll be great. Oh my god, look, it's waking up. Hello. I hope this doesn't break when we put in some glass. Glass panel. Because that is going to mess around with something at least. Probably. Let's put them in. I'm almost done building big aviaries. Just gotta build one for flamingos and one for osprey. Nice. Osprey is also a really cool species. What I found weird, like when I was in Uganda, there was an osprey, and I was like, oh, what kind of osprey is that? Because I just assumed that the osprey I saw in Nepal would have been like a different species. But as far as I understand, there isn't really a different species of osprey. It's just they're all the same. I guess they must be like regional variants of sorts, but that was interesting to me. Nice. Okay, even with the glass, they can still get in. That's good. And now, let's see if we can do this. They are rare, but for CSU, I hit the requirements to house them. Ooh. Eben, how are you building this fast? Like, what is going on? What have you been taking? This is not okay. Okay, this is definitely gonna break him. If this doesn't break it, I don't know what will. Why did nothing happen? Oh my god. Oh my god. How is this working? Like, I'm not complaining. I'm just... I know, but still. Like, I'm not going to complain about this working, but I am amazed at everything I'm getting away with. Do I keep this open? I feel like I do. I feel like it's kind of cool. Like a little Easter egg of the burrow. It looks so good. Actually, I need to check if this ramp still ramps. It probably doesn't. Yeah, that was to be expected. Okay. How do we open this up? I guess I do this. That'll do something at least. Ooh, that is a good idea. Although first I need to see if I can get it to work again. Hello? Gotta figure out what is actually the issue here now. Is it this one? Is it this one? It's this one. So it's basically just all of them. That's what I thought. Okay, okay. 1, 2, 3 pieces. Yes. One, actually, 1, 2, 3 pieces. And then we move it over here. Probably should have taken the rock as well. The stalactite. There we go. That's good enough. Oh my god, they're hugging. Okay, so this is a little bit awkward. Can he do that? I don't think he's supposed to be able to do that. Is what the game is saying. Yeah, this is turning out great. Oh, my foot is asleep. Alright, so I don't want to taunt the gods too much more, but let's try to give this a arch as well. So that's one side, and then the other. Okay, that would be fine. Okay, they can still go inside. I think that's good enough. Although, oh wait, this is the issue though. Yeah. Oh, and it's blocking the hole that we made. No, I don't want that. Would the mud walls maybe have a better texture? Maybe. I can try that in a moment. Right now I'm just kind of figuring out. Wait, I thought this one had... Oh, okay, wait, let me take this one. Flip. Like this. Yes. That's what I want. Not blocking my hole. All good. Is Paradise are going to be able to send its baby EU snub-nosed monkeys, or will they have to stay there and go back to China? They will have to stay there and go back to China. They've got a similar contract as the giant panda. Alright, that's better. They are a really cool species, yeah, but yeah, China's just gonna try to make more deals with other zoos, I guess. Get that money. Alright, so the mud panels, are they? They're of a similar thickness as the plaster ones, right? If you take this plaster panel and compare. Yeah, let's replace them. Oh, why are they not aligned? That's stupid. Okay, guess we'll do it manually. Well, we can keep the plaster as well. I kind of like that for the ceiling. Making it a bit more industrial. That's not the word I'm looking for, but whatever. Oh, yes. That's the first mod someone needs to make. Quick, tell Frontier. Please implement this. We're gonna spend hours fucking... even hitting us with existential dread. Oh, he did? I have not been looking into Planet Coaster mods. I heard that the modding scene is taking off a bit, which is really cool. Also good to know that, like, hopefully that will make it easier to, like, translate those mods to the Planet Zoo 2 as well. You could take one piece and put it at an angle, then grab another piece and group it just to make the gizmo align with the angle of the first piece. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's a feature that's a feature I've always wanted. Like, that would be so good for making signs. Because it allows you to basically do the world axis thing without needing to first put the piece on the world axis. That's really nice. Like, genuinely, that's something I've always wanted. Alright, let's see if we can put this, not this, this here. And yeah, we'll have to do something over here. But let's start with that. I feel like that's definitely gonna break it. Yes. That was to be expected. Just move it over, see if it gets better. Yes. Okay, good. That is fine. That's good enough. I know we aren't getting this, but I wish we got this sailing from prehistoric exhibiting skill on ease access. Yeah, I mean, I don't really mind, because it's gonna like that type of scaling distorts textures really easily. So I'm fine with that not necessarily being a thing. I'm all for limitless creativity and such, but at some point it's also good to be boxed in a little bit. True. But even for that, it's not a requirement to have it. Like, you can just stack them. Like, it's saved on piece count, I guess, but it's not gonna be the thing. Like, that's not gonna be the thing that kills your computer, I guess. That is a fair point. For some pieces, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, that is a pretty good assessment, I guess. Okay, let's approach the... Nice dark color. And then the ceiling over here can be even darker. Okay, not that dark though. And I'll do this. Oh no. Okay, someone's going crazy on their little scooter, honking all over the place. That's not nice. That's probably gonna break everything. Let's find out. Absolutely. To be expected. Let's see what we can do instead. Need to be very careful not to stick through that. Okay. I think there's a small chance that that works. Oh, I do have that. Apparently that's not an issue. Okay, no, that's perfect. Amazing. Alright. That is amazing. Oh, we got some stuff that we don't want. You're not going to be able to see that. I should ignore that. Okay. Awesome. Now, first thing I need to do is put the bedding back. Why are you digging? Digging the rock. Silly goose. Alright. Oh, that's not going to work. Huh. I guess I've changed it from how it was. Can we hide it? That's hidden. Right. My hands are itching to get started on my paradise. I'm reimagining. I'm excited for it. Right, looks like this is not something I'm going to be able to do. Maybe this one will be better. Easily hideable. I mean, this one sticks out the wall a little bit. It's not going to be as bad. So let's put that in. And down here also. That one can be just put away. Oh. There we go. And it's all good. And now that we put the bedding in there, they should actually be using that as a means of shelter. Even though the game says that they don't have any. It's clearly a lie. Okay. So now we can absolutely go and make this look even better by, for instance, adding that log that we talked about. So it's implied that they can climb into their burrow. And yeah, this climbing frame is just fine as is. No nodes there. I'm going to quickly look up Prog's enclosure real fast. Let me go to my footage. Prog. And I can turn on the thing. Boop. Should be working. I think the second day is when I got the best footage of it, because the lights were on. It was early in the day that I went there. Somewhere around here. Is that it? That's a monkey. Those are monkeys. Oh, I'm too far. Here it is. So they have a bunch of leaves in there, but not really many plants. And there are some plants in like a tub. And some of the trees are actually alive. That's impressive. Oh, I've inspired you. I'm so sorry. So we can make the tree alive. That would be fun to attempt. This is a really ugly enclosure. I'm sorry, Prague. You tried. There's some fun ideas in here, but it just doesn't look that great. Maybe these are the back wall. I mean, it's supposed to be a night house. Like, you're not supposed to be able to see it like this. But I feel like even without that, it's not great. But let's quickly go to Leipzig then as well. On the first day is when I saw them, I think. It's around here. Oh, that's too far. Was that too far? Or was it not far enough? Here it is. That's a lot more lush, actually. I've got way more plants. I like that. I like that. Okay, good. So we've got some ideas on what to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the top part of the glass yet. But we can, at the very least, put in some of those leaves that we saw in Prague. 12,000 square meter elephant exhibit. That sounds awesome. Okay, the challenge here is the slight terrain variations. Especially when it comes to this rock. Largest male bachelor herd in the US. Sick. Okay. Hello, all power. Also, I'm sorry, Ryan. I did read your message. I forgot to reply. We are building a pangolin habitat, as the title would suggest. I want tropical rock. Awesome. And then we can put around some cool plants, especially on the edges. Fountain bamboo would work, but it's way too big for this enclosure, I'm afraid. Because it's big boy. And this is as small as we could get it. And it's going to completely ruin the traversable area and everything. Also, I'm not sure how well it would grow indoors. But yeah, this almost works. But it would destroy. This almost works. Huh. If you can walk around it, I'll keep it. Oh wait, I'm on the shelter. He can walk around it. Huh. Do we like that? I kind of do. I think we can go slightly lower even. I feel like it's slightly too much. It is a nice visual barrier. That is correct. And it does also connect it again to all the bamboo that you're gonna get when you're outside. So I also like that. So I do feel like keeping it. I do like that. So cool. I like the idea that you're going to be walking down here with the plants going over you. Let's see if the strangler fig roots, if we like those. I feel like over here it's not great because people will be like walking into them and such. This side it might work. Epiphytic ferns are neat. Yeah, I have a fern in my own terrarium that, like, I don't think it's an epiphytic fern by nature, but it started growing epiphytically and I love it. It looks really, really dope. I kind of like the rock all the way it is. I don't want to over detail it. Over here it's kind of nice because it like reaffirms the burrow-like vibe, I guess. Let's see, this is faux rock 5. This is faux rock 5. Is it all faux rock 5? It's all faux rock 5. The shadows on that rock are amazing in combination with the vines. Yes. Thank you. I had to figure out what you were talking about. Alright, we're gonna take faux rock 5. We're gonna turn on invert all. We're gonna plaster some faux rock 5s about. Making sure not to overdo it, but also getting a nice bit of detail in here. Faux rock 5 is apparently the goat. It's the way to go. Mm-hmm. Very cool. Alright, need to figure out what to do with the bottom here. I feel like the part of me wants to continue the faux rock wall, and part of me thinks that's overdoing it and I should continue the brick instead. Ooh. That could be fun. Let me look into that. I don't know, I'm thinking back of how I had it before the stream started with the rocks at the bottom, and it was kind of too much. Now I can kind of bring elements from this back into it. Like if I get the timber, if I could get this going. This is essentially like a bark panel. And it gets some visual consistency going. So I like that. Maybe make it overhang a bit more. So that parents can put their kids on there. Yeah, exactly. There's no point in putting too much detail in it, because it's all going to be dark. Although I think I will have, like, established lore that just like in Prague, like if you're there within the first hour of the zoo opening, if you're there within the first hour of the zoo opening, you'll definitely be able to catch it with the lights on, I'd say. Let's smudge that glass. You said it. Ooh, I just touched something I shouldn't have. Why is that? Ah. The group has gotten too big apparently. Let me do that. And now I'll take this. Let's get in our hole. Go. When you move something and the whole earth quakes, yeah. Right. Definitely add some more basket ferns. I guess we need to take the smaller one. That is also the big one. That one's, I think, even bigger. How about it actually works? Good. This corner could also do with a fern. And so could this part of the enclosure, of course. That only makes sense. Then I want to take a log, this one to be precise, and put it in a random spot, like over here. Or let's put it under here. Then put one like over here. Oh, new plants are gonna be awesome. Did someone manage to build something with the caribou moss the other day and not make it look like shit? I forget who that was. It was very impressive. Sometimes things just work out, you know? Could have been Marvin. Let's take a quick gander. in a new tab at Nepal. Just a random, like a walk through the forest. Let's see what we see. We got lots of ferns, some smaller plants, lots of leaf litter and stuff, obviously. Just look at how much this looks like Evans Rocks. Except for the fact that there's like much more like a slopey hill type of vibe here. Which we don't really have, but it's just so good. Can hear myself panting in the background from how intense this climb was. Alright. I think the... what's it called? Is it called vine? It is. I think this kind of matches with some of these type of plants. So we can just have this kind of creeping around. Oh, it's Frazzle. Nice. Good find. Actually, I feel like this could be like what we use to turn this into a custom tree. Nah, it's too leafy for that. These need to stand on their own. Just like chucked into the corners of places so that they hopefully don't dig them up. Okay, that looks off. Reminds me when I went to Arakan more than my trips to Appalachia. This looks good, yeah. We're getting there. How's the traversable area? Good check, good shout. Weird things are happening in this corner, that's for sure. But I think we're doing pretty good. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. No, we're good. We're good. Oh. Okay, no, we're still good. They can still get to their burrows. That's the risky part. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can put something in this corner. I don't know what this plant does to the traversable area is the main issue. So we're just gonna put something over here and hope for the best. Oh, it's grown for the glass. Let's get a smaller one. Can we get a flatter one? Pretty Cookman versus Thrag. I'm so fed up with the would blank beat Thrag posts on Reddit. They are everywhere. There's no escaping them. Just whichever fandom subreddit you go to, it's like, what would happen if Frag showed up in the Owl House universe? What would Frag? What if Frag got fairy godparents? What would Frag? It's so exhausting. It's exhausting. Maybe I need to look at it from like the perspective like what you just said, because you definitely meant that ironically, and I kind of like that. Maybe I just need to assume that everyone is saying it ironically from now on. That will save my sanity. I really like these tomato plants, if not for the fact that there's tomatoes in them. But I definitely should be looking for another plant. Like, I don't know. Another type of fern. That is a good fern. Oh, goodbye! I like these. Like they've been recently planted. And they're probably going to be annihilated. Not long from now. We also need to add more leaves to this enclosure. Okay, please ignore the fact that I thought the item was called leaves and that I misspelled leaves. Nobody has to see that. So I've seen two species of pangolin. The Chinese pangolin and the white-bellied pangolin. Also known as the tree pangolin. Which is the more rare one to see, I feel like, even though it, like in Europe they're nowhere, but they are kept in American zoos. I've learned. Sumatran rhino. Fuck you. That's so sick. Instead of my Uganda trip, I briefly considered like a see Sumatran rhinos in the wild trip. But I figured, like, what are the odds that you actually see them? Like, they're gonna be so slim that you might just end up wasting all of that money when you could have done something like go to Uganda. So I think I'm glad with what I chose. Sometimes you have that, right? Like, oh, I haven't seen this very common animal, but I have seen the rare ones. I was talking with a friend of mine who also does like bird photography, and she said, like, I don't think I've ever seen an animal that has common in the name. Okay, definitely want to put this big boy in this corner as well. Some people are blessed with where they live, and some people live in the Netherlands, which is also a great place to live, just not as much for wildlife. Oh, the Brazil nut could also be a pretty good one to put somewhere. I feel like you'd have to put that one closer to the... like, probably in this enclosure, to be honest. And then close to the... there we go. Emperor penguin is also really cool. Those were moved to Florida, right? These would be good, weren't they, if they weren't so big. This feels like something that could work. But I also kind of like leaving it a little bit barren. Looking at the prog habitat, that feels like it makes sense. I also need to turn this into something with a keeper gate. Yeah, I feel like I recall reading that they moved out of SeaWorld San Diego to SeaWorld Orlando. All right, going to, so we'll end up putting some more detail around the windows for sure. We can probably actually lower some of the windows to be like this high. Like, just checking, but I feel, for some reason no, it's not okay. For some reason I felt like the Leipzig one was like semi-open topped somehow, but I must have been dreaming. And I have to find a way to make that look good, but that shouldn't be too difficult. But yeah, just some framing around this, custom pathing in here, and then we just need to do the same thing on the other side as well, which will be even more difficult with the faux rock walls, I think, but we could probably put them up a little bit higher and, like, yeah, maybe the baby exhibit won't have to be as detailed. That also makes sense, as it's not going to be in use all the time. Probably they'll also put like some curtains. I think the baby exhibit, we should probably do something where it's not as open, but we'll have some like peeping holes into it, or like fake grass. If we take some 2D, like we can have like some fake grass type things that you have to look through. Stuff like that. I'm imagining at the moment, to give the baby a bit more privacy. I think that would be cool. But yeah, I think this is pretty much like done. We also need to add a keeper gate on this side as well. But I'm really, really happy with what we've managed to accomplish today. I really wasn't happy with where the exhibit was going, and now it's much more what I envisioned, I guess. I'm really, really happy with this. And then, yeah, you're gonna come outside and just seamlessly blend into the next area, which is just gonna be awesome. Alright, I'm really, really happy with this, but that is where we're gonna be leaving it for today. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and thinking along, discussing, having some nice talks. I will see you all maybe on Friday. So if I don't manage to get a video out on Friday, I'll probably be live streaming. Can either continue on with this or something else in Keypark, or we can do a photo sorting stream. I need to go through a bunch of photos from Ireland. And also last weekend I had an amazing day at Zizo. I took like 2,000 photos. So I need to go through those as well. So that could be a fun thing to do as well. I kind of want to make the picture sorting streams a thing, but I need to figure out like a format for it, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe do it like at the end of a stream, like half an hour of picture sorting. But usually I stream until I don't want to anymore. And then if like I don't want to do picture sorting now, I just want to build. Anyway, I'm just spewing out random thoughts. I'm gonna end it here. See you all on Friday or next Tuesday for a birthday stream. Which, what should I even do on a birthday stream? I don't know. I think this is gonna be a regular stream, except that it's gonna be the day before my birthday. But we'll see. See you.